All right, we're back. Finally got this thing going. We have Arisa Nango.
Yep.
I said it
Yep.
right?
Yes. Nango.
Are you being polite? I
But you don't
screwed.
have to say my last name.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We have here Arisa, just
Mhm.
going by Arisa, like a one name, like
Yeah. Like
Madonna,
Zendaya.
like Zendaya. Is it Zendaya or Zendaya?
I don't know. I think I'm right. I'm wrong. I'm always wrong when it
The
comes to
bottom line is you only need one name to identify you.
right. Yes.
Arisa. And Arisa is a model, actress. How would you like to be referred? Like
Um,
actress, model, spiritual goddess?
uh, that sounds beautiful, but I mean, I think model, actor, or actress, and or
Oh,
content creator, podcast host. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to talking to you because
Mhm.
you're my first model, actress
Oh,
podcast. And which one of these do you prefer? Do you make you make your most living at?
so currently I'm making the most from modeling, but
Mm.
it's also like commercial modeling, acting. So it's kind of model, but also kind of acting too. As a podcaster, I just started a few months ago, so I'm not making I'm not even monetized yet. My channel is not even monetized yet, but it's something that I'm really passionate about now.
Yeah,
So I want to expand this as a career, and yeah, I'll see where it goes.
yeah. So, well, what is it about modeling,
Hmm.
acting, podcasting that
Yes.
that you love so much?
Yes, so I'm from Japan originally, and I moved to LA 8 years ago. When I was in Japan, my job was a hairstylist. So growing up, my dream was to become a hairstylist. It was also because my aunt, she was a hairstylist and so successful. She was also beautiful. I was like a little me was like, oh, I want to be like her. And my
Right.
family was always supporting. And when I was like in middle school, I had this idea of like, oh, I kind of want to be a model. But especially because I grew up in a small town, the environment that no one knows about modeling or acting or entertainment industry. If he was in Tokyo, it might be different a little bit, but it was just so unrealistic. And my
Hmm.
family told me that I think you should become a hairstylist first. And if you want to do modeling later, you can do that later too. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. And so after I graduated high school, I went to the beauty school and got the license to become hairstylist. And I worked at the hair salon in most of my 20s. And there was this time that I um, wanted to do something different. I just didn't have next goal. Like I want to make this much more money or open my own hair salon as a hairstylist. I didn't have next goal. And I just
Hmm.
wanted to go to America. And at
Why?
first, I don't know. So when I was in middle school, it was like 90s and 2000 music was so popular, also in Japan. So it was like I was listening West Coast hip hop or reggae or R&B, like 90s R&B kind of stuff. And I was also dressing like them. And
Oh, gotcha.
so
So
yeah,
it seemed cool to you.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
It looked so cool and I was just so interested in. And yeah, I think that's how it started. And then after I actually moved here, there were more opportunities as a model in LA, just from Instagram, like photographers, reach out to me to ask like, hey, do you want to collab like for the photo shoot? And then like I was just doing that. And slowly I started to like model for brands, like, like
Oh.
small brands like just reaching out to me Instagram and stuff. And also at at the airport, LAX, there was this day I was picking up my friend and I was just there and there was this person from modeling agency gave me this his business card and he just told me like, hey, reach out to me if you're interested. And I look at the business card and then it said model management or something. And like I was like, oh, I just got scouted. I just got scouted and like it was just a moment like I don't know. It was really like
Exciting.
yeah, exciting and enjoyable. And at the time, I was already in late 20. So in my head was, yeah, I like modeling, but starting modeling as a career, it's kind of late in this age. And then I
Mm.
realized in America, people don't really care about your actual age. And then, Asian people look, younger than other
Yeah,
people.
because you look like 20s now.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, I'm in 30s. So like, so I was like, oh, I think I can try at least because that's something I was always interested in.
Yeah. So you're
Uh,
saying that, wait, I want to go back to this. So you're saying that in America, people can't tell Asian people's age? This is what you're saying.
I think that most of people say we look younger.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think I don't know. I think mainly because of how our uh skin type is. Like I have really oily skin. And there are Asian people who are dry skin, oily skin, but a lot of people have oily skin. And when you have more oil, you less likely to get wrinkles, for
Right,
example.
moisturize. Well, black people, we always say you gotta moisturize.
Yeah.
That's our secret. We like cocoa butter. We like,
Yeah, right, right.
and people think we just have this genetic
Hmm.
amazing thing, but we're really just moisturizing more than
Oh,
everybody else.
oh, I see, I see.
Yeah, yeah.
But
But
yeah,
go ahead. You got scouted in at LAX.
yes, I ended up not reaching out to him at the time because I couldn't
Mhm.
even speak English at the time. I was just a
Oh.
student. I was a student visa holder, so technically I didn't have work permission, technically.
Mm.
So yeah, but I just kind of started on my own, I think, just as a freelancer, I work for like small projects and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah. And
So
then, yeah.
so wait a minute. I didn't understand. Was it hard to learn English? This is always fascinating to me. Like when people come,
Mhm.
especially Japanese, there's different characters, there's different. It's
Mhm.
not even close to the same
Yes,
language base.
I would say it's difficult. Yeah, because Japanese and English, it's pronunciation, how we pronounce sounds are different, and also grammars are different.
Say, what is the hardest thing about English to you?
Pet peeve
Yeah, yeah.
about English. Um, sometimes some English words, when you first to know this word and try to say the word, but sometimes there are this letter that doesn't pronounce.
Oh, like Rawle.
Yeah, for example, yeah, like you,
Like, why is there an E there? Get
and
it out of there.
the subtle, for example, subtle,
Yeah, with the
right,
B.
subtle.
Yeah.
For a long time, I was saying subtle. And a few years ago, one of my friends said, wait, you're pronouncing wrong. It's subtle. Oh, that
You
was
know,
so,
you know what I think? I think you were pronouncing it right. We just pronounce it wrong.
I don't know.
Because you're right. Why you put the B there if it's not gonna serve a
Right.
purpose?
Yeah, it's so interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So, but you wanted to be, that's very interesting. You wanted to be a model since in your small town in Japan. What was the
mhm.
town called?
It's called Kagoshima. Yeah, Kagoshima.
And
And
it's
that's
like,
Hiroshima.
what's the population, you think?
I always forget. I'm sorry.
No, but it's like way smaller than it's like a Burbank or
Uh,
like or like
so for example, New York is Tokyo, LA is Osaka, and Kagoshima is like Montana.
Oh, so it's like, oh wow. So it's in the middle of like nowhere.
So, uh,
Nobody, hardly anybody.
so location-wise, it's in the south west. It's next to Okinawa.
Oh, okay.
Like it's in the bottom of Japan. Uh,
Right, right. But small.
it's yeah, small. Yeah.
So do you ride horses like Montana or?
Oh, uh, yeah, there's actually, I remember there is this, what is it called? Farm, uh, ranch,
Mm,
ranch to
yeah,
ride a
ranch. Yeah.
horse. Yeah, I remember there was one place in my hometown, but it's not like, the tradition, but
Right,
yeah,
right, right, right.
there are the kind of places randomly in Japan, I feel like.
So
Yeah,
I
but
have a question for you because you're obviously a beautiful person.
you.
But were you aware of that? Because you wanted to be a model, like were you when you were younger, people are like, did you stand out as beautiful amongst your peers?
I I think so, but it's mainly because I was aware I was standing out, mainly because I was the tallest person in the class. So like in elementary school, in the middle school, there were, tall girls, but yeah, so it was I don't know, I was always confident about my look, but also, being tall is not it stands out, but it's not like ideal for in every situation or every guys when it comes to dating and
Yeah, I
something.
was gonna ask you that, like, because when you're a teenager and you're starting to date and stuff, was it cool or was it awkward or because a lot of models, guys, I know a lot of models and they're like when they were in high school sometimes or when they were growing, some never felt they felt uncomfortable and some felt like didn't wasn't aware of that they were attractive. They were just trying to fit in.
I feel like I was very tomboy, first of all, I think. So like I was always playing video game or playing soccer or playing with the little mini cars and stuff and like riding bicycle with them.
Athletic.
Yes. I started like dating like in middle school with some boys and stuff, but I was also still, I would say, kind of masculine, maybe not like fully feminine.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was more
Tomboy,
like
you said it. Yeah.
independent, strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Um, so you didn't, but at some point you had to have been started to get interested in either they're interested in you or you interested in them. And how did that go?
It could
Did you
be,
punch him in the
oh,
arm like stop?
I was not that masculine. All right. Um, yeah, so it was like it could be like him being interested in me and you know, I started to be interested in him or mutual. Um, yeah, or there was this situation like I was interested in him first and then,
Yeah.
yeah, it depends.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I always kind of wonder like how people figure out that hey, maybe I could be a model because you had that thought early, so I was wondering.
Mm. But I'm also a Leo. So
Oh, what does that mean?
what people say about Leo is like whenever there is someone who knows about signs and when I say Leo, oh, like that's why and I kind of stuff and I
Confident?
started to learning about it. So Leos are typically they are comfortable getting attention. Some people say they're attention
Oh,
seeker.
right, right,
To
right, right.
me, it's more like a weird just it's like a nature of us, kind of.
Yeah, yeah. You hold court.
Yeah.
Well, also, when did you go from fashion to tomboy to really being into fashion? Because that can do it
Oh,
too, right?
yeah, I was always interested in fashion actually, even though when I was like being tomboy,
Mm.
I was I had like two styles when I was in like middle school. Like one was like how do I describe it? For example, like J-Lo in 90s or like Ciara, like a dressing like a girl but kind of
Kind
cool,
of funky. Yeah.
edgy,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
a little more tight, you know, silhouette. But I was sometimes also dressing like baggy pants, like Dickies baggy pants with oversized t-shirts with a new era.
Yeah, yeah. It's so funny to me, like because these things start in like sometimes East LA or Los Angeles
Mm,
or Bronx, and then for it to go all the way to a
yes.
small town in Japan is just crazy.
Yeah, it was a big thing in Japan, especially at the I think that's the time it started to become
Mm,
popular. So everyone was listening, not everyone, but like a lot of people listening hip hop from America or like R&B, reggae.
mm.
Yeah, and I happened to be someone who was into West Coast hip hop and some R&B stuff. Yeah. You know what lowrider is, right? Low.
Lowrider? Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was really popular too in Japan.
Oh, were you driving the cars like that? No.
Yeah, one of my ex-boyfriend had an Impala
Ah.
62 the huge
Oh man,
car
it's
and
so
like
funny. That's got to be expensive to import over
yeah,
there.
I'm sure it was really expensive. Yeah, he had two cars, like one little like small car just to drive
Practical.
every day, and then that car.
Yeah, yeah. You will want to actually go grocery shopping and do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And want to look cool. Wow, that's funny. So your models, do you do runway? Do you do all that stuff?
Yes, yes. I do pretty much everything. I do runway, fashion, editorial, commercial, beauty, fitness, lifestyle, pretty much everything. But I think I enjoy the most is fashion because it feels more creative and more like art compared to, for example, lifestyle and then you just being yourself, smiling, talking, which is also, enjoyable and it's, yeah, I'm grateful when I have opportunity, but fashion, high fashion,
Yeah, yeah.
or like, yeah, it's more like you think about your poses and like be
Oh,
creative.
and that world is very is it very like competitive? Are you all friends? Do you all dating each other? Like
Oh, in the
the modeling world.
I don't know. To be honest, whenever I'm on set, it doesn't really happen. I don't know, it might be just my experience, but like it doesn't really happen like, hey, like we should hang out. Like it happens like as a friend, like with the same sex, like we should hang out soon or like something like that. But yeah, it doesn't really happen often. Like, but on set, like people are just being professional and like,
Yeah.
it's kind of, I don't know if it's gonna be unprofessional or maybe some people think that way sometimes.
Yeah, I was just wondering about models because I just like if you're just hanging out with each I'm sure you're
Yeah.
doing the same thing as everybody else, but if
Yeah.
like certain artistic groups, like artists,
Mm.
you know,
Mm.
they seem competitive, a little bit envious of each other.
Oh, okay.
And I was just wondering if there's that kind of vibe in the modeling world, like, oh, she got the job.
But I feel like I don't have that much experience in high fashion model industry.
Gotcha, that which is
No,
different.
because most of my jobs are commercials and like lifestyle
And
instead
print
of like
and
magazine and like, the kind
mm.
of high fashion stuff.
And so the next logical transition for you is acting, right? Or you have been acting. I mean, part of it is acting because you're doing commercials.
Yeah, so it was just natural thanks to start to do acting because as you submitting auditions for commercials and stuff, there's sometimes some lines, and I whenever I'm like speaking that I feel like I'm acting. So, but it's still like commercial, like it's not like filmed and stuff. But
Mm.
it was just natural to start acting. And there was this time that I was working on some short films and actively submitting to audition for films. But yeah, but I think I didn't have enough passion in acting to pursue like 100% in that way
Oh,
as an
gotcha.
because I felt like to be successful as an actor, to me it seemed like you need to make a lot of connections and you need to build a lot of credit and short film, feature film, film shows, and then like you go up there. That's what I seemed like to me,
Up
which is
there?
yeah,
Is it?
like to be like named actor,
Yeah, no.
be successful. Sorry.
Oh, up there, up there.
Yeah, like famous. Not doesn't have to be famous, but like successful
Yeah, yeah.
actor.
A working actor.
Working actor, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And would you do stuff in Japan as well as here, you think? Or
Yes, yes. So right now I still do some acting project, but mostly it's a Japanese speaking role.
mm,
That's to me it's much easier because it's my first language.
right.
But I still want to do acting like, English speaking or Japanese speaking whenever I have opportunity, just for fun. But I'm not pursuing as a career right now, I think.
What is some of the misconceptions about modeling and acting? Like you think people don't know?
Mm.
Or like about being a beautiful person or getting.
I think one misconception about modeling could be some people may think that, oh, you can be a model because you look good, you have that look. Like you have that look, so you can be model, you can make money.
Mm,
But in my experience personally, what I've experienced was like I had this confidence already when I started modeling. But when I started modeling and like looking at the picture, the photographers, the brands, whatever they take, I see the part that I want to improve. For example, my face expression or my pose
mm,
or like even my energy. Like I wanted to learn like to be better as a model. So I was always practicing like poses or facial expression in front of mirror or like just taking picture on my phone, something like that. And
mm,
and I just, slowly learned about what works for me. Because it's not like you watch one YouTube video teaching about modeling and hey, you should do this pose, this pose. If you have this
right.
product, you should do this. It still look different depending on person. So you need to learn about how you look from your experience.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't do it, but but you know what I mean.
That's my case, but I'm sure there are a lot of models who looks amazing in every angle or like every poses maybe, but that was not my case. At least that's how I felt at the time. So yeah, to me it took time to learn about it and also learn about how to pose or how to make facial expression depending on the product, depending on the brands.
Mm,
Um, some brands want you to act model like friendly, smiley, warm. So like you want a more smile and like make a warm energy. But this different supplement brands could be wanting you to be more like cool, edgy, high
yeah.
fashion vibe. So like you don't want to like smile too much, and like they tell you, hey, no, don't smile, and they're like, okay, serious, all right, So
Oh,
it's
yeah, yeah.
just
Like Dickies
yeah,
or like East Coast hip hop.
yeah, yeah, like cool, like serious.
Yeah. Dude, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Doing
Uh-huh.
throwing up the deuces. Yeah, yeah.
Right, right. So like, yeah, it's fun to learn about the kind of stuff. I personally enjoyed it, and I see the growth, behind the experience. So that's really been a good experience for me.
Where would you like to be like in the future, like or where you are now, but
Hmm.
what's your ultimate goal to I guess I'm trying to figure out what's your favorite artistic expression and
Hmm.
what does that look like in like maybe I don't know 10 years from
Hmm.
now.
Yeah, so it feels like I'm kind of going back to your previous question, but how I started my podcast was kind of related to that. So as I was working as a model and actor for commercials, and there was this time, which was kind of like last year, still pretty recent, um, that I was thinking about what's next, what I want to do next. And it
Mm,
was not like I want to be a famous actor. It was not like I want to be a magazine cover model. I want to go to Europe to be in a fashion week. It was not like that. And this idea came to me that I want to do something to help other people, which is something I was always wondering why I don't have this feeling of to help other people for a long time. It was not like big deal, but sometimes I thought about that whenever I see someone who is always volunteering or becoming a doctor because they want to help people, and I just didn't naturally have that for a long time. And then I kind of realized it was because I was pursuing something to fulfill myself first, to do something I love so that I make myself happy. And because I shifted my career from hairstylist to a model and actor, which I find myself more um, authentic. That's something I loved more than hairstylist. I liked hairstylist, but I loved modeling and acting. Being a
mm,
performer, I'm kind of ready to do something to help other people now. And I was figuring out what that is. And the podcast was the answer. I mean, at least for now, because first, I'm always passionate about self-growth. I was always watching YouTube video or listening podcasts for my self-growth and learning about things like mental health, philosophy, spirituality, religion, or science, or like health, neuroscience, or like so many things, just to become a better version of myself. And
mm.
I wanted to do that, like as someone who shares the kind of stuff, so that I can help other people in the way I was helped by other people,
Oh, okay.
and also being a podcast host. I'm also a performer, so that's checked.
Oh, so
So
natural
like,
transition.
yeah, I'm still a performer, but I'm
Yeah.
creating something meaningful and helpful for the world. So
What
yeah.
is it about the world? What do you think is happening right now that you feel the sudden urge to do that, to
Mhm.
help people? What do you think is going on in the world?
I feel like this time is the most chaos phase of, you know,
It's chaotic, you
a
say?
lot of yeah, chaotic timing for sure. Because most of us thought there wouldn't be a World War III, but there's actually something
Yeah.
look serious now. But I also think that just because it looks like the whole world is like so chaotic and like people are hurting other people, there was always something. Like we had pandemic, we had, yeah, there were so many things that were chaotic all the time. So, and right now it happened to be like very bad situation But I'm also trying to learn what is actually happening behind what we see on
Right.
the media or social media.
Like the
What,
truth, like
yes,
besides beyond the propaganda, beyond the,
right, right.
yeah.
There are always different sides, different opinions, and people express themselves from what they experience and what their reality is. So like we I think what's important is to think about what we care about and think about what we can do right now, today. And one of the most important thing for us to make ourselves happy first, like we should prioritize ourselves to be happy first and then help other people.
Without you being mentally sound and financially, physically, then you can't be a strong enough vehicle to help others
Right, right.
unless you have that yourself.
Yes. And also, for example, if I'm trying to help someone while I'm not truly happy, I'm not truly helping myself to be happy, it could be the situation that I'm expecting them to make me happy
Mhm.
by whether what they do to me or by me feeling, okay, I'm doing this for this person, I'm doing this for this organization, so I feel good.
Yeah.
It's basically, I personally don't want to seek happiness or meaning from outside. It's more, to me, it's more healthy to seek that from myself, like inside.
It's
So,
it's like that famous quote. I can't remember who said it. If you want to change the world, change yourself first.
oh, I think I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
start within,
Mm-hmm.
then without the change.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I'm also learning about it kind of sounds spiritual, but also a science, like the energy we hold from our body
Mhm.
radiates the same energy. So like if you're a happy, grateful person, like you're more likely to radiate in that way. And the people surround you feel the same way or, close to that.
Yeah. I like it. So you're
Mhm.
so basically you're a philosopher is what you're saying.
I love philosophy. I'm a philosopher, but I'm a student.
Yeah,
I'm a,
yeah. Well, aren't we all always?
yeah.
I wanted to talk about Japan a little bit because when I
Ah,
was
yes.
talking to you, you'd mentioned it was very interesting because people go to Japan and a lot of Westerners.
Hmm.
And what is the difference between dating people from the East or the West? Or
Mm,
your culture or here, American?
yeah. It's gonna be long. But I will make it
Uh-oh.
short. I will make
Don't
it short.
worry,
For
I'll
my,
edit it down.
okay.
It's okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I always talk about this thing for other people. But so dating culture is a little different in Japan and here. So nowadays, the dating culture in Japan is kind of changing to be similar to the dating culture here, which is
Mm,
having the dating phase, like not in a relationship, but like dating or talking, but you're not
mm.
exclusive kind of phase.
Oh,
That didn't exist in my life when I was in Japan.
right, right.
So in my personal experience was always I meet this person and like we like hang out with other friends and then maybe we go out one date or like second date, one on one, but it doesn't take a, a few months, definitely. Like maybe like a few times of date and they ask me to become a girlfriend and then we start dating.
So it's more rapid. It's like you realize you are attracted to each other or drawn to each other,
Yes,
You
yes.
you go one date or two to make sure.
Yeah, it's more like you kind of getting to know each other, but
Oh,
1 or 2 dates are were always enough to get to know each other to want to
oh.
start dating.
It's interesting because it feels like the getting to know each other is part of being boyfriend girlfriend. Like it's
Yes.
it's not like you don't take a trial period like at a job you have probation period, which is what
Yes,
dating is like, you know.
there was just the idea of dating or talking just didn't exist
Oh,
at the
gotcha.
time. Yeah.
Courting they called it back in the day. Yeah, court.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's big date, but then there's hookup culture, you know,
Um,
because my friends are telling me that when they used, I don't use the apps or nothing like that, but they said
mhm.
those apps are now becoming like an excuse to just hook up, but they're pretending like they're looking for someone.
Right, right. Yes, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
the hookup culture, it does still exist in Japan. Like even when I was there, like
Oh, really?
we call it like sefure means like sex friend, basically. Like
Oh,
sex buddy? I don't know. In
yeah,
English, I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah, yeah. I don't
Like
want to say the other
yeah, friends
thing.
with benefit kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Or deficits. Depends.
Yeah.
Friend, friends with deficits. Yeah.
That exists like not personal my life, but yeah,
Oh,
that
so
people do
they,
that. But it's separated from dating.
oh, but you have that too. You have the
Yeah,
hookup.
yeah, some people do
Oh,
that still,
okay.
but they are like clear that we are this type of friends, not dating. They are very clear.
And what about the personalities, like as far as like what
Hmm.
Western men are like as opposed to, or who, or women, or what they're like as opposed to like the behavior of people in your culture?
I think I can see the difference, but it's not only in guys that I dated, but like overall, the people in
Right.
America are more like easygoing in a good way, but in a negative way, selfish.
But
No,
that's
I don't want to say
so they're
selfish.
Leos.
No, it's like they always respect themselves first, prioritize themselves. No, I mean, typically, I mean, some people, I'm not saying everyone is in that way for sure, but
Yeah.
in my experience, there was, it took me some time to adjust to this culture, specifically when it comes to planning a date or planning to do something. For example, like you ask me, for example, you ask me, hey, are you free next Sunday? And I say, yes, let's hang out. Okay. So I kind of put it in the calendar that this day I'm going to hang out with this person. And the day before, I reach out to you and then, hey, are we still good tomorrow? What you want to do? And it's okay to change the plan. People, it's you have your all right to do anything, but when that happened in Japan, most of the people first apologize that, hey, I'm sorry, but I cannot make it tomorrow because this came up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then, okay, then let's reschedule.
Mm.
But here, it's normal to be on. Okay, first of all, in my experience, it happened. Sometimes they don't even reach out to you, and then that just forget about it, and then maybe the
Oh.
next day of the day we plan something. Oh, sorry, I was hanging out with friends.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. But I feel like that's a California thing. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, yeah. I feel like people in the East Coast don't like, they hate that about
Uh,
LA or California
oh.
because we're too laid back. Sorry, man. You know, I flaked. I've actually had somebody say that to me. We were to
Uh,
all meet up on at the movies on the
uh-huh.
promenade, and they just didn't show up, and then they just, and when I ran
Yeah.
into them, they're like, "Yeah, sorry, I flaked." Anyway, what do you want to get something to eat? Like matter of fact, and I was like, it's so weird to me.
Oh, interested.
Yeah, it's a
I didn't know that. That's
LA
a thing.
thing, yeah. Hollywood,
Uh,
it's Hollywood. Very Hollywood.
oh, I see. So like,
Sorry, yeah, I got was at Brad Pitt's
mm,
masseuse at a party, you know.
oh,
I had to
make it
go,
sounds
you
like a
know.
big deal.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. So that happened when that happened the first time to me, I was like so confused and like I couldn't understand like why do you do that? And I was not
Yeah,
even dating with this person. Like we was just, we
friends, yeah.
just met and trying to plan, hang out, and then like kind of friends based. So but now, obviously I understand and I'm not against it at all.
Mm,
But I feel like there should be some level of respect still,
mm,
like communication there, yeah, if you want to change your plan, that's your choice. But you want to also update what's going on because in one thing that is common in Japanese culture, like being respectful is like really Japanese culture, right?
right,
And that includes respect other people's time and like schedule.
right, right.
Like we feel like it's disrespectful to ruin someone's schedule.
I am fascinated by other cultures and how they interpret their life,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I've seen things with Japanese where people, even when I was in Bali, I saw that, but where they have a problem because I guess Westerners will, oh, they see someone in a Komodo, they'll take a picture of them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
they're like, hey, you don't really know me, or like it's kind of
Yeah.
rude, you know,
Right, right.
to take a they said that you shouldn't or playing music on the subway,
Mm-hmm.
on the
Yeah.
train or something like that. That's other people's space
Yeah.
as well.
Right. So yeah, it's very different. Like I always say that in Japanese culture it's very group oriented. So like
I
in
understand.
Japan, there is this phrase we hear all the time, like especially when we are like little, to say it in English. Oh, it all for one, one for all. We
All for one and one for all.
all, yeah.
Yeah, that's also like the Three Musketeers.
What is it?
There's a book, well, it's a movie as well about the Three
Mm.
Musketeers, and that was their slogan: "All for
Oh, okay.
one and one for all."
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe it came from that one,
It's
maybe.
possible. Oh, we got it from you.
Uh,
It's hard to tell now with
yeah.
the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, so like that mindset
Mm.
is like rooted
Oh,
in our head. Like, so that's
okay.
why people don't really want to stick out and like express what they actually think, feel, and like speak up their opinion.
Mm.
Typically, compared to how people are in here, like it's natural to, say your opinion, expressive about, and be yourself.
Yeah, it's like we need a balance, though, right? I feel like
Yeah, so sometimes I feel like it's just too extreme.
yeah, on everything. Like, and now I need to hear what the guy in the what you know the guy at the gym feels
Mm,
about quantum physics or
mm,
politics or like I don't really if I'm there to work out, I don't really care what he
mm,
thinks
mhm.
about you know Roe versus Wade or you know
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Sometimes it's
Right.
everybody and now with the internet everybody's writing every single thing.
Mhm.
Like you're a
Yeah.
hairdresser. I
Uh-huh.
mean, you're not anymore, but I'm saying
Mhm.
so you have a an opinion about or maybe you're aware of certain styles and stuff like that,
Mhm.
but then
Mhm.
and so you may say like, oh, this is a good style for this person's face, and then somebody who's just a soccer coach, like, yeah, I don't think so, you know, it's like
Mhm.
it's like Jesus, like why are you weighing in on it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But the thing is, we always have, our preference, and everything is right. There is no wrong answer when it comes to,
Yeah,
style. So like, how we think what's better, yeah. I feel
I
like
know,
if,
I know.
yeah.
But I feel like even people who are not an expert on that subject is still,
Mm,
when you're behind the
yeah.
computer, you're acting like suddenly it's like the guys who play fantasy football
Mm.
think they're as good as the athlete, you know?
Ah,
You know,
yeah, right.
you're fantasy football. There's real, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah,
like
I
some
can see
wow.
people saying
The other thing I'm curious about Japan, I'm sorry, because
that.
it is a very clean. A lot of people talk about how clean it is and how organized it is. What
Mm.
do you miss that or do you? And I
The
also want,
cleanness is for sure it's different. It's very clean over there. Um, but it doesn't bother me too much. Um,
here.
Here, the fact that, some streets are, dirty, it doesn't bother me too much. But safety is for sure something I always miss.
Do you not
We
feel safe here?
In terms of like walking around outside at night or
Oh, as
like
a woman.
it also depends on the area, but
Hmm.
the area I live now, which is South Pasadena, it feels much quieter and safer. But I used to live in Mid-City, Hollywood, Koreatown, and it was not that safe to walk around, especially
Hmm.
in the evening when it's dark, by yourself, and especially as a woman.
Hmm.
Or just I have this app, Citizen app, that shows police report
Oh, yeah.
on time, and and looking at the app and like see like how many crimes like around where I live
Oh
kind
God,
of
I feel
make
like
me
that
feel.
make you paranoid.
Yeah. But I still want
Yeah.
to know because I want to know what I'm surrounded by. So,
Right, right, right.
um,
Um,
so yeah, yeah,
so it's
that
way safer in Japan and stuff because
it's
I
way
guess
safer.
the
Yes.
respect thing has a lot to do with that, right?
Hmm. Yes, yes. Yeah, but when it comes to like people, the culture of, the culture difference when it comes to being respectful, or like independent, or like there is always both side. Like being respectful is good, I think, but that makes Japanese people to not speak up so often about what
Mm,
they actually think, what's right with them. But here, people are a little bit more expressive and
mm,
independent and speak up compared to how Japanese people are. But at the same time, some people could be not caring others and only caring about themselves, could
yeah,
be, which is still their choice. But it depends on the situation. Like for example, when it comes to a relationship, it's a teamwork, so you still want to care about other person, not just you know, protecting yourself and like defending yourself, for example.
yeah. It doesn't work in relationship.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Here is so diverse, right? There's so
Hmm.
many different types of people, but in Japan, they're having some uh immigration issues, but it seems to be mostly Japanese, especially like in
Yes,
your area.
especially in my area, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you think about that? How is that different, experiencing that
Mm.
as opposed to this?
So I've never seen non-Japanese people until I went to the college in person
Mm,
growing up. So the area I live, only the English teacher, the teachers called ALT. They sometimes have someone who speak native English from other country to teach English
yeah.
class. Other than that, I've never seen non-Japanese person on the street or at the store or anywhere in my hometown. now it's changing and there the tourists are everywhere. So like we see it even in my hometown. But um I don't know. One thing I wish I had opportunity to learn about is how it feels like to be in a diversity place, to grow up and see, discrimination or see, feel how it feels like. That's something I started to experience as someone after I moved here, because I've never experienced that when I was in Japan, because I was surrounded by mostly Japanese people.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You mean
Um,
experience towards you?
yes, I don't have like the serious bad experience, but
Understand.
sometimes I sense, a little bit of like energy of, you know, judging me based on my race. But there is not proof of like,
Yeah.
so like I don't say anything or I don't, it's not like a big deal. But yeah, it's something, it's a big thing in this country or, not only in the America, but it doesn't really, it's not something that I experienced as I grew up. Now, Tokyo especially is becoming more diversity and a lot of people are living there, moving from other country, which
Hmm.
is kind of one of the big topic in Japan. Um, but yeah, I think it's all about balance.
Because I was planning to travel to Japan and some stuff. So
Hmm.
I've been looking at some of the stuff. Not that I was going to stay, but
Yeah.
I was looking at the like is it Shinzo Abe?
Hmm.
He got assassinated, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And then but so the new person, I'm gonna mess it up, Sonae Takaishi. So
Ah, yes, the woman,
the new yeah,
Takaichi.
the new prime, how do I say it? Takaishi?
Takaichi.
Takaishi.
Takaichi.
Takaichi. Yeah.
Yes.
Um, she's first of all is like the first woman prime minister, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. So things are
Yes.
changing there a lot. And
Hmm.
then but I noticed that they're starting to have like a right wing uh sort of uprising, like
Mm.
section in the government that's starting to raise their voice. Like in every country, almost every country has starting to
Hmm.
have like a version of Trump.
Yeah. But that's something that people often misunderstand. Like, uh, for example, whenever the prime minister says something that is more right, a lot of people, oh, now you're being right and like
Oh,
you're
got you.
wrong and like it's so extreme. And some people still, more they see that more wide, like expanded
Yeah.
view. Some people can do that, but a lot of people cannot. So there are always a lot of opinions. But yeah, it's just I don't know.
Immigration is now a big topic there because the new people coming in, they don't
Mm-hmm.
have the same, they're not going to have the same cultural expression, and that
Mm-hmm.
can cause a clash.
Yeah.
So I wonder how that, because to me, it sounds like your culture is so accepting because I mean,
Mm.
you're listening to hip hop and stuff, and you know what I mean? So you definitely are drawn to other influences and reggae and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think welcoming foreigners to live there and, be like give them opportunity is good. It could be good, but at the same time, we see the examples of, having a lot of immigrant in the Europe or in the US. We see what happened.
Mm.
So there are a lot of opinions like against that, like stop, welcoming like immigrants. But I also understand this side of like, but we don't want to like reject people just because they're from other country. I see that too. But I personally also think it's important to protect the Japanese culture. For example, like the thing you mentioned in the train, like people are like really quiet and that's
Hmm.
normal there. And if someone is like being so loud playing music, that's considered as disrespectful to the culture. That
Hmm.
part, I'm on this side of like I want to protect that part of Japan
Absolutely.
because it's something, I don't know, valuable and it's rare. And
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
yeah,
Well, it
yeah.
seems like some of those things, there's certain things about each culture that are
Mm,
powerful and actually better for humanity. Like a better, like
mm,
when you see it, you go, oh, that's a better way to do it. And I
mm,
sometimes wish we have, like, there's a lot of great things about America,
mm,
but then there's things that we don't want to let go that like somebody else is doing it better than us, and we're like, oh, we still ignore it because we want to, but we're
yeah.
great, you know?
Yeah,
And
so
it's
I
like, I
think,
don't know, I feel like I like how they're doing their public
mm,
transportation or pe quiet time on the train
mm,
or how they eat. They're living longer because their digestion and so
mm,
I feel like the world has a great opportunity
mm-hmm.
to learn from, hey, take a little bit of the best.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
And
yes.
but we don't want to do it. We're so stubborn. I want to hold on to me. No, I'm gonna eat hot dogs, damn it. I don't care.
Yeah, it just can be extreme.
Yeah,
But I hope, yeah, the best scenario is like everyone has their own balance. Every country has its own balance
yeah,
in between
yeah, yeah,
each
yeah,
countries, I think.
yeah. What advice would you give to people about the modeling industry or
Hmm.
podcasting or being a woman?
Well, that's a
Uh,
big thing.
no, 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 that's too much. That's too
Oh, no,
much.
no, it's not too much, but it's gonna take 5 hours.
Now, pursuing getting into the field that you're doing
Mhm.
what you're doing, being successful.
Uh, I would say be patient, be consistent, just and also
When you say consistent, what do you mean?
mhm. I can only describe that from my experience. But for example, I submit auditions every single day and
Uh,
I get booked for a job out of hundreds of, not hundreds, but like, from a lot of audition castings. So, but I still get booked for something someday, one day, once in a while. That always happens. So whenever I have time of like I'm not getting booked for the job, it's easy to think like, oh, I'm not getting a little job. I'm not making this much of money this month. What I'm gonna do? It's easy to go in that way. So it's
oh,
really
negative.
important to, yeah, so it's really important to motivate yourself and do something that you can do to make it work it better. Just think about what you can do better. For example, update your portfolio or update your reel or like have different type of pictures in your portfolio or like submitting the casting in a different way. There are so many things to improve anything. So not instead of focusing on, you know, the negative result, you want to focus on the possibility and what you can do to make it better. To
Mm.
me, that's how I be consistent and just believe in yourself. It might sound cliche, but believe in yourself as long as that's what you actually want to do. That's what you're passionate about. That's what you love doing.
Yeah.
Yes, because like you want to be consistent, but if you don't love what you're doing, what are you doing, right? So what's the point of being consistent? What are you
Mm.
chasing? So yeah.
What is your hope uh for that you hope to get out of your podcast when you what do
Mm.
you what drew you to it and what do you hope to accomplish?
Mm. Ah, I want to be more full-time content creator, mainly from my podcast. But yeah, of course, I have this goal or ideal dream of how much I'm gonna make from it. But at the same time, what really makes me feel alive and accomplished already is whenever I receive some feedback from what I created. So as long as I have that, I already feel like I have accomplished something. Overall, I just want to help more people and I just want to make more impact on the social media or in the world just in general.
Yeah.
And what I think I can do is to share something that I have or create something I can create to make other people's life a little better or to make other people to feel better or be or not feel alone or find my content something meaningful and helpful in some way. It could be even like me ex sharing what I experienced, something that was challenging in my life. And then if
Mm.
someone says like, oh, I've experienced the same thing, I felt like I'm not alone. Thank you for that. That itself is a lot, like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Or yeah, in terms of goal, I'm still trying to figure out.
Still growing.
Yeah,
Still
I just keep growing,
still
growing.
goaling.
Go- Right.
Yeah. I like that you said all the stuff about, oh, I want to make the world. You basically said, I want to make the world a better place and inspire people. And you're like, yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something like that. It's just how I do to help this world, this planet. That's what I think I can do at this
Yeah,
moment.
I like
And
it.
also not only helping other people, but it just makes me feel alive and like that's what I love doing. So it also makes me happy too and like fulfilling
So it
myself.
makes you happy making other people happy.
But at the same time, I don't want to rely my happiness on the outcome, right? That, yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
want
true.
to be like someone if no one is leaving positive comment, I feel miserable. I don't want to be that kind of person.
Yeah,
The happiness always comes from, within, like from yourself, like how you live your life every day. It's like a connection, having connection.
yeah. That's what we learned during the pandemic. Like we're
Hmm.
connection oriented.
Right.
And I feel like I heard that Japan learned this early because the Japanese culture, because your technology, you start way in the 90s, you started having video chat and all that stuff early,
Oh.
and then you realize that we need meeting up is way more
Mm-hmm.
impactful
Mm-hmm.
than doing all this video games and video chatting.
Mm. Yeah,
There
right,
was like
right.
a movement. I remember reading about that like years ago.
Mm.
So and now we're doing that. You hear people talking about social media detox and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I believe that it is definitely different difference between, interacting with people online and in person.
Yeah.
Like it feels more real in
Mm.
person.
Well, because it is.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I have another question for you, and
Yeah,
this
yeah, of course.
is, what is your, because sometimes when you're modeling or you're doing gigs and stuff, you get to travel, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So
sometimes.
or maybe just on your own, you traveled places.
Mm.
Where would you say is your favorite place in the world and why?
Mm. I would say except Japan, right?
You can say Japan. You
I
can say
love
that.
Japan too, but when it comes to traveling, I love Hawaii.
I somehow had a feeling you were going to say that. And then
Yeah, have I mentioned about it?
on social media,
Uh-huh.
when I first friended you, it was a picture of you in Hawaii. I was like, but your face was
Oh,
like happy.
oh.
Not like, you know what I mean? You can tell like
Yeah.
a fish in water, you know?
Yes. Yeah, so I travel to Hawaii pretty often and
Mm,
I have a lot of videos and pictures on my Instagram that I'm
yeah.
taking in Hawaii. So maybe that's why you saw. But I just love the island.
Mm,
First of all, I love the nature. I think it's also because I grew up in the nature. My hometown has like a big forest and like waterfall, volcanoes, and like beautiful rivers and like hot springs. And
wow.
I grew up there, so like it's just something I always miss. And Japan, it's more tropical, of course, but it just I just feel more calm and grounded whenever I'm on the island.
Mm,
And yeah, I have been there many times, but I still every time I go there, I feel like I want to live there. So like
yeah.
yeah, I would say that's my favorite place to travel. But I'm actually thinking to move there.
Oh, mm.
You're like, yeah, makes sense.
I could see it. Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arisa, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It was so much fun.
Stop, drop, and roll. You have a lot to share and a lot to you want to give to the world, so that's kind of exciting. I can't wait to see how this all plays out.
Thank you so much. I'm excited too.
Anyway, stop, drop, and roll, everybody. Bye.
Thank you so much.